MF gang, A-Side official. No negotiations needed, period. You already know WCS is back in the building. I just wanted to touch briefly on something that I seen the other day. I know, the fight is pretty much picking up a little bit of traction, since the presser, has shown up, and Tank being Tank know what to say when to say it. That 2025 is going to be it. You know what I'm saying? He's done after 2025. That's what he's saying. He said because boxing isn't what it's supposed to be, and he's kind of fed up with it. So with that said, right, there was a lot of individuals who was dogging out Lamont Roach, even though he's a current seated champion. You know what I'm saying? He's a seated champion at 130 pounds. There's nothing different than Hector Luis Garcia. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than other fighters that you've seen move up and challenge fighters at a higher division. Danny Garcia did it. How many fights did Danny Garcia have before he moved to 160? I'm just saying. He went in there and fought the seated Erislandy Lara, who's the current champion, right? So it all depends on the popularity of who they want to criticize, first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? People are very, very choosy on who they want to criticize for a champion moving up. Joe Cordina was on the brink of moving up and challenging for a title. It's just too many names to speak about. Devin Haney moved up to 140 without having any other fights and challenged Regis Prograis. So let's just wipe the shield with that. You know what I'm saying? Get all the debris off that. Turn on the wipers. It's something I seen though with Tank and Roach that to me, it's just a telltale sign that you ain't winning. I might be absolutely off with this shit or pay too much attention to detail. But when they was facing off, when they was walking to face off, Lamont Roach came up there doing this. He was biting his fingernail. Look, I'm gonna tell you, I never bit my fingernails. I never bit my fingernails in my life. I never saw the joy in doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? I just never seen the joy and pleasure in doing that. I said, what do you get from that? Is it a nutrition value? But also people say it's nervousness or whatever. But he walks up to Gervonta Davis and he's doing this. And then he gets in front of him, he's still doing it. And then he removes his hand and put it behind his back. I just don't try to understand why would you do something like that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Biting your nails in front of a killer like El Chin Checker, it didn't make any sense to me, yo. I tried to figure out. Maybe, he was in the process of finishing up some Buffalo Wild Wings before he showed up. He wanted to get that last goddamn buffalo sauce that he left up under his nails or something. You know what I'm saying? It might have been an old bacon and egg cheese sandwich that he had. Oh, he was salivating though. He said, I know it's something up under my goddamn fingernail right here. It could have been anything. But I'm saying to myself, I don't see you winning the fight. Something else like that, I just don't see him winning the fight, man. You walking up in front of a killer like Tank. You know what I'm saying? And you biting on your... Man, this is a serious situation you in. I don't want to say he's nervous because they fought before in the AMs. I don't want to say that. I just feel like certain things you don't do at a face-off, and you going in there with a fighter on the level of Tank Davis. That's all. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Tank bite his nails when he's sitting down or whatever. But I've never seen him biting his nails when he's at a face-off. I never seen that shit. He literally was in front of Tank doing this shit. You know, biting his goddamn fingernails, walking up to the face-off. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. That shit don't make no sense. But anyway, we'll see come March 1st. What's going on, Mike? How you feel, bro? What I wanted to say about Tank saying that 2025 is his last year. Like I told you before, I don't believe it. I've seen another fighter do this before, say it was gonna be his last fight coming up in that year, and then he's retired. We've seen fighters retire, and we know damn well it wasn't gonna last long. Give them a couple of months, and people's like, hey, so-and-so retired, and then like a big dummy, they back on the scene. You know what I'm saying? They back on the scene. So-and-so are in talks with this person. I thought they was retired. Yeah. So I wouldn't take that serious. It sounds good to get people to tune in to the Roach fight, because it's not too much more you can say. I mean, it's not too much more he can do, like to big up Lamont Roach. You know, Lamont was trying to be cool. He was trying to act like they're buddies. You know, but he should have treated Lamont Roach like he was treating Errol Spence and Frank Martin when they had their face off. You know, he was lit. You know what I'm saying? He was turned up all the way. But in this case right here, no, not so much, man. Until somebody from the crowd started talking, he said, yeah, I was waiting for your niggas to talk. That shouldn't get you hyped up for a presser. You know, the fight ain't till next year. Real talk. The fight isn't till next year. But some of you had dropped some comments in my DMs, and I was, you know, some of the comments was like, hey, you hit the nail on the head with the Ennis situation. And then some was being crybabies about it. They wanted me to send them a care package of Kleenex and adult Huggies, you know what I'm saying, with a gift card to Toys R Us if any of them still open, because they say I was dogging out Ennis, and I'm like, how am I dogging them out, man? Come on, I mean, get real. You know what I'm saying? I'm not dogging them out. I'm just stating what's out there already, public record. I'm just stating what's out there, you know. But I'll drop back in with y'all, man. Shout out Gumbo. I see you in the building. Salute.